already after the simul of death. Recovered from the simul of absolute nightmares. Ready to play. Virat Carlson's like not yet live. Man, dude. We're 1 minute late and you're already getting nervous. Alright. We've got challenges from Virat Carlson. I am going to take subscriber challenges first if they appear. We've got Virat Carlson ZYH, who's new. Astrobay, what's up? Who rough event yesterday. A couple of suspicious games, but overall just a lot of tough players in my simul from yesterday. Too much time pressure. Not my best result. Combination of factors. Let myself get in way too much time pressure, but it was fun. We had a lot of support. Thank you for the donations, the support for the hype train, Astrobate. Antonio, welcome. Alright, I'm going to take the challenges from subscribers first. So, Virat Carlson, Antonio. Hey, it's Morales. Snuggles the Snail, the Watcher. Snuggles the Snail has to learn how to play. Maybe they're not ready yet for playing, but a good fan of the stream. Alright, guys. No peer pressure here to play. Yeah, we gotta fix the board. Wait until the game starts. Alright, let me know. Window capture. That's the simul setup. We're still in simul setup. Oh, my Pondicam doesn't work. Oh my gosh. After this game, we'll fix it. Poor Ponda. He's blank. Queen's Gambit declined. I don't know how much faster we can play. Queen's Gambit declined main line. Orthodox. Let's just play Bullet instead, Virat Carlson. What do you say? Forget this Blitz stuff. Rook E8, an interesting move. JCS, long time. Good to see you. So what time is it in the US? It is like 5 a.m., 4 a.m. where you are? Approx? Masturbate's even earlier. 2 a.m. It's a 9-hour time difference going on with the West Coast. Children of the Corn. Classical Queen's... I don't remember Virat Carlson playing the Classical Queen's Gambit Decline, do you? I'm always complaining about the London system. This is better than the London system. Whoa. Board movement. Alright, it's not enough to be Indian, you have to be good too. It's an old joke about Hungarians in Hollywood. They thought they just had to be Hungarian. And that was enough. Post-war. Hollywood workers. Ah, cricket. Wait, what happened with the cricket player who has COVID? You know, who's the famous what's his name? Peter Svidler's hero. Is he getting better? Who's the most world famous cricket player of all time? I'm just terrible with cricket. He recently was diagnosed with COVID. Alright. Don't know. I want to get off that file. That's a problem. He's fast, but too much emphasis on moving fast. You have no idea about cricket players. Well, I have very little, but it's kind of like, if it is like the most famous player of all time, Indian, right? Who's the most famous Indian cricket player of all time? He blundered in exchange. Right, Tendulkar got COVID. That was in the news like last week. Maybe he's not the most famous player of all time. That's what I know. That's how much I know. That's like you talking about baseball. Yeah, I mean, that's my typical Western view of who the best is of all time. I don't know. I just know what Peter Spidler biggest fan is. I mean, Spidler's favorite cricket player, for whatever that's worth. I don't know anyone, who watches cricket really. Actually, we have a cricket player here. Kakatiri plays cricket. There he is. Alright. Rook FC1. I can talk baseball, but no cricket. Closely related? Well, not really, but distant relative. Alright. Distant relative of baseball. Perhaps the inspiration for baseball. I don't know. So what are we doing here? E4. We need to play B4 to kick him out. I probably shouldn't even be using the C file, honestly. We're using the wrong file. We need to edit the file. Switch files. This file maybe we can try to usurp. I can't play B4. Anyway, he blundered in exchange. That's fatal, normally. Monday morning, live for chess. Live for chess. Are you live for chess or live for chess? Whoa. That didn't just happen. This is not happening. Don't make me calculate. Rook B8, get the open file, the other open file, grab it. Grab it, come on. Go get that extra open file that you've created now. Rook B8 is natural. Yeah, we're just a piece up. But he's not one to resign. First I'll play for bishop e5, bishop c3, consolidate the queen side. Then we should win easily. We're a piece up and we have the open file. Next challenges all disappeared simultaneously. That's weird. It's still early to calculate. Monday mornings are not a fresh moment for me. I'm usually having a hard time sleeping after my simul. I had a weird nightmare last night that was disturbing. And it's some kind of weird murder mystery nightmare. That was my sleep, basically. I don't know what happened. What happened to your challenges? Morales is still here. Is he getting trapped? Peace is good for me. Alright. Blitz challenges. I don't usually have a lot of dreams I can remember. It's very rare. This was weird. Alright. The knight f3. There we go. Morales' favorite move. We gotta try to bore him to death and keep him out of his favorite lines. Never allow him to play like Queen H4. So what happened in the simul game? We agreed to a draw yesterday. I didn't have time to analyze simul games. Not really, just a couple. Morales plays the semi-Tarash. I remember I had a game with this IM from the US, Justin Sarkar. He did knight c6, bishop c4, knight b4, which is like a ridiculous blunder. I sat there looking at the board like, what? Can't go knight b4. Last time I remember playing this, we can transpose other openings, the Grunfeld, Panabovnik. This is... I mean, I don't think bishop c4 is even white's best move. It looks like a normal Panov. The problem is d4, cd4, ed4 is a draw variation. But we don't have to worry about that with Morales. You know, the nice thing is he's not going to play for a draw. The English is pretty boring. It's nothing compared to the London system. What's not boring? Anything that's not e4 live for chess? You have the Bobby Fischer attitude. It's like, oh, the Sicilian is so cool, but the English is boring. Does that make sense? I mean, isn't the English like basically the Sicilian? It should be imbalancing. Some variations can be boring, I guess, in any opening. Petrov can be exciting. Alright, so it's semi-Tarash slash Panabovnik. I was just going over this, one of my students was developing a repertoire with white against Karo Khan. H4 is a great move, yeah. Bishop e4 is the main line there. I never really got it. Like, why the big deal with putting the bishop on e4? There must be some kind of deeper reason. I guess I get it now. It must be something pretty subtle. I looked at this exact position Friday and decided on this move maybe a little more interesting than bishop e4. The bishop on e4, it seems strangely placed. It's centralized, but it gets in the way of the knight, and it also gets in the way of the e-file. See, this must be the reason why. So it's some kind of ultra boring idea. I don't get it, man. Why bishop e4? Is that supposed to discourage you from playing b6 or something? It's like if bishop e4, b6, knight d5, ed5, bishop h7 check, king h7, queen c2 check, and I win your knight on c6. That must be what it is. That's why I need Mark Dvoretsky to come back to life, so he can explain to me the ideas and the openings again. My misplaced queen now, perfectly set up for causing problems. Blackfire, welcome. Thanks for being a subscriber. Ronald's doing a good job. But I guess that's the point, right? Seriously, why is 11 bishop e4 the main move? It has to be to discourage b6. I never realized that till today. I just knew it was a move. It was the move that I saw people play. I never quite understood the point. Blackfire, I guess yesterday somebody gifted you a sub. It was impossible to tell. We had such massive support in my stream yesterday. There were like 50 subs. But thank you, however you got it. Abject pawn. Object. Man, it's the same thing from last game. I can do bishop a4 at some point to use that diagonal. Double-edged idea. Where did you learn this double fianchetto thing? Uh-oh. A6. I think he had a5 earlier with the idea of bishop a6, but I'm not sure. I was mostly concerned about that. I did not consider him sacking a piece here. Maybe that would have been a careful consideration. Gotta be careful. You never know when someone might play knight takes b4. Kakatiri, you played pretty sharp game yesterday. Were you winning? I have that time. I assumed you were winning, probably. I haven't had time to look at it. Look at most of the games. I felt like I was getting away with murder by getting a draw with repetition. It looked like you had too much activity for me to be okay in that game. It's been a while, but nice to see you. Paris with a C. A lot of new players I haven't seen in a while. Not new players, but a lot of people that I haven't seen in a while. Peoples. How does this work? Whoa. The Invasive Species Act. Alright. Do you want a pawn or the exchange? See, the problem is when you're convinced the opponent, would never do something absurd, right? I didn't see queen d7 because in my mind it wasn't possible that he could lose his queen. So I'm sitting there for like 10 seconds, not seeing knight takes d7. But it happens all the time. It's weird, man. I've seen some really bizarre blunders. The power of suggestion. Alright, so Morales, what happened here? It started with a6. Started going awry. I thought you were alright. Computer says it's alright. I should have played rook ac1. What about a5 at some point? See? a5 is up there. But he was probably afraid of bishop a4. It's not so simple. Okay, this is an interesting game. Chances for both sides. But see, like bishop c2. Just looking at this the other day. Standard semi-Tarash. I should really like analyze with Chrome so that we can use Stockfish 13. I'm just too used to kicking in the Mozilla, but Mozilla doesn't work well with Lichess, so definitely use Chrome. Now I've got this window open, so I'm not going to restart it on a different browser, but I'm going to move away from Firefox. I've been forced to adopt Chrome by the developers on Lichess. With they put a gun to my head and forced me to use Chrome against all my wishes. Independent Lichess, it doesn't make sense to me, They're like a open source chess site that forces you to use Google. Alright, that makes sense. e4. King's Indian. Lichess. Defect to another platform. Yeah, I don't know about YouTube. What am I doing anyway? Well, somebody gifted you a sub, Blackfire. That's how you're a sub. Can you see who gifted you a sub? Should be possible, right? I don't know. I would think so. I lost the Bad King's Indian yesterday in my simul. It was weird. Critical position in the opening. I didn't play the obvious move for some reason. One second best move and I'm toast against the people in my simuls. Here's the old school move. Yeah, I've got like a million notifications. F5? Oh no, I don't remember. Did we play this before? No, what is this deal here? I had a game with Mr. Slowhand a while back. This is old school. C5 is old school. Most people don't play that anymore. That's early 90s, late 80s stuff. Unrefined version of this system. What about Queen B3? I've been there. I was there for the evolution of this system for white. I mean, it changed. Now it's sort of settled into a theory, but when I first started playing the King's Indian, this wasn't the main line for white. I mean, B4 wasn't the main line. In those days, in the 80s, people used to play 92, and of course, like the classical lines with 91. B4 was regarded as more of a side variation. But due to its success, extensive success in the 80s and 90s, it became the main line for white. Alright. There was a hype train, crazy train. Dude. Wow. I'm not so sure about this. This doesn't seem right for me. His pawns are pretty dangerous. I mean, to play these kind of lines with 91, you have to be like a dental surgeon or something. This very subtle chess you have to play and defend against scary attacks with black on the king side. I have friends who play that, but they're like extremely deeply prepared. I think the b4 is a little easier to play for white. If you play c6 in the King's Indian, I mean, it seems like you're playing, yeah, like a hybrid. There's a lot of subscribers now. Blackfire is a subscriber. Low chess, I don't know. Lasker, a one we played before. Let me know if you're subscribers, if you're on the list. On Mondays and Wednesdays, I'm taking subscriber challenges first. Not on Fridays. Try to mix it up. Wait a minute here. Oof. We better take this. 2 for the price of 1. I think he had a good position, but he played King H8, which was too slow. If he just played D5 first, he would have been better instead of worse. Grab all the pawns you can grab. Queen B7. Now what? Queen A7? Another one? Hell yeah. And his dark-squared bishop is the big issue. But seriously, he had a good game. I misplayed it. I don't even know what I did wrong. I mean, all the moves seem almost forced. After F5, what am I supposed to play? Is this a good move? What is he trying to play? Bishop H6? Yeah, this is kind of slow. Yeah. Thought so. Whoa. Queen D2? He must be playing a lot of bullet chess. He's fast. Blah. Alright, so the opening went to black. I misplayed. What the hell did I do wrong? C5, F5, Knight G5. There's even a recent game, wow. Dubov in 2017. Vivek Rao. See, 1991. That's when this opening was at its peak. Knight G5 is dubious. Wow. Maybe I played Queen B3 years ago. I think in a game. I think I won a nice game against Boris Kryman with that. So Knight G5 is a mistake. A4 is main move. Okay, that's beyond me, but interesting. So I was worse. I was momentarily worse here. Momentarily worse. I thought that black should play d5, but maybe it's not that good. I was afraid of this. This was my... Very complex though, huh? Wow. His pawns might fall apart. Wow. I guess it's not that clear. I can go here. So these pawns look good, but they're on the verge of falling apart. Wow. Very, very sharp. Anyway. As usual, I'm a little overly pessimistic about my position. Blackfire. GM Tranquilizer is not real. He's a Grandmaster impersonator. Don't fall for that old trick. The FBI is investigating for impersonation of Grandmasters. Now I'm like paranoid when everyone claims that they're a Grandmaster. I'm like, wait, are you a fake or are you the real one? Durabody came on the stream. I was like, are you the real Grandmaster? I have to interrogate everybody who comes to my stream who's a GM. This is a weird move. Bishop e5. The Portuguese variation. Alright, I'm going to leave it there. No, I don't want to be impersonated. That's creepy. Well, the interesting thing is, like, if I play something like A6, I might be helping him. I'm not sure I want to do that. Queen b6, can that win a piece? It doesn't, though, because, like, Queen b6, Bishop e3, Bishop d4, Bishop d4, Queen b5, Bishop h8. Yeah, Bishop e5 isn't a good move, but how bad is it, is the question. Maybe it's not that bad. I mean, I don't see any clear way to take advantage of it. Now this, I don't think you should move it, you know. You're inhibiting my development with Bishop on b5. So this is a bigger mistake than playing Bishop e5, I think. Having said A, you should just leave it there. Now I'm really winning a pawn. That's an important pawn. Okay, if castles, I could have taken the pawn anyway, so he needed to find a move to protect the pawn. d5 is also good here. Where's Astrobate? Sleeping in the chair? Like my aunt used to do when she was old. Astrobate fell asleep in his chair watching TV with the stream on. Thanks anyway, man, for being tuned in from 2 a.m. JCS earlier. Yeah, I'm happy to see somebody playing at 1,000, exactly. We don't have enough players following my stream at this rating level. And I think it's cool. And the players that do follow, hey, Astrobate woke up. How's your rocking chair? I'll sleep when I'm dead. That's the, you know who. Greatest Hits collection. Oh, that's a piece. But anyway, nobody challenges me when they're rated like 1,000, except for the people that are busting engines on me. Most people are like self-conscious. They don't want to lose to someone 1,000 rating points higher. But I don't mind. You can't get better without playing stronger players. I know I could take on f2. But this is a winning position. He didn't let me have a second chance. This is a problem, though. Alright. Subscriber challenges. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Thanks for our new subscribers. Oh, no. Well, there's no way to kill him here. Darn it. No mate. Aster mate. Queen b5 check, queen e2 just trades pieces. We have to bring another force, another unit of force into the battle. No. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. Say good night. Real 1000 players are hard to find. Okay, so we got Abject Pawn. You're not a subscriber. One of the only people who's not. It was unlucky that you didn't get gift subbed. Hendry Boys is a subscriber. Sumil is a subscriber. Kakatiri. Damn, what did I do? I just clicked somebody's account. Sorry. So, Low Chess, I don't know. You know, Low Chess, I don't know if you're... I guess you're not a subscriber to the stream. We'll have to wait. Kakatiri, why are you challenging me to rated? I'm never going to play another rated game. Kakatiri, you're after Hendry Boys. No, it's cool. Boulet. He's 1600 in bullet. But check out the game he played against me yesterday in my simul. It was master level. No joke. He's 1600 master. Sometimes they get lucky, you know. People just have lucky games. It happens. Let's go for the... Wow. I think I just blundered a pawn. Bishop h7, king h7, knight g5. The old knight g5 trick. That was bad. Even bishop h5, bishop h7, king h7, knight g5 check is complex, but man, you could have won a pawn last move. You're moving too fast, though. I don't know. Queen b6 where, GM Tranquilizer. I don't like pawn grabbing on b2 in general and losing the initiative. It's just too hard to differentiate like where that's okay and when it's not. You know, it's like if I had a tournament game where there's some lines with like queen b6 grabbing the pawn on b2 and I have 10 minutes per move to think about it. But in general, I don't like to go into that type of variation where we're grabbing some pawn and white's getting compensation. I don't know if it's too much, not enough, or it's just hard to judge. It's hard to understand how he's 1600 in bullet. I don't understand. How could you be 1600 in bullet and crush me like a master in my simul with like a perfect game? Saruman would be crying? Why is that? Masturbate. Why Yasser? He would never cry. Now white is momentarily losing the initiative. Pawns in the center. Very strong pawns in the center. This was a very strong move, knight b3, by the way. The last couple of moves he went off the cliff. I actually liked his position until... well, even here, white's still slightly better. Black has no plan. I'm not sure. Maybe there's some kind of good move for white here. It's a Queen's Gambit reversed, basically. This pawn is very weak. That's my problem. That needs to be overprotected. The e5 pawn is overprotected by 2 knights. This pawn not so much. My queen is the only guardian. Alright, let's see who's on the next challenge list. Lasker is not a subscriber. Sumil, I think, is now. Chess Mods is new. Shurish Kali, we played before. Kakatiri is next. Subscriber who got kicked. Grandmaster Ani. H5? Whoa. I've only played Saruman in Blitz on ICC, but he's always been friendly to me, and we know each other to speak to each other. He's one of the only American Grandmasters I've never played, but I mean, it was almost impossible to play him. He was so protective of his rating that he's always been that way. He's so protective of his rating, like he won't play in any tournaments. So it was practically impossible to play him. I mean, he would literally play in 1 or 2 tournaments a year. Rating protector. If I did that, I could have maybe stayed in the high 2400s, at least the mid 2400s. But I never was thinking about, I'm going to protect my rating. I'm not a Grandmaster of Serwan level, but still, I think it's kind of lame. I mean, I understand you're a professional and you gotta survive and keep your reputation, but it seems to me that like not playing, you're not really a professional player anymore. When you play one tournament a year, you're like a tourist. H5. Yeah, that's yesterday's simul was standard. Raymond Keane. Yeah, I mean that guy hasn't played since the 80s. Basically, he made his living by writing books. He was arguably never very strong for a grandmaster. Not like fraudulent, but we're not talking in the same category as Yasser Seirawan. Weaker grandmaster who wrote to make a living. But Keane was always sort of disliked because he was so opinionated. But Yasser always kind of annoyed me, that those people that qualified for the U.S. Championship, despite playing like, he's taking up a place in the U.S. Championship. He's playing one tournament a year, whereas like other grandmasters who are active, they're not having a chance to qualify for example, the national championship by this guy who's, I like him as a person, but that type of stuff was kind of unfair, He was basically like retired in the mid 90s from chess, essentially. And he wasn't that old, Alright, so we got Sumo Mitra, Kakatiri, I said. He dropped out, came back. He sounds like a grandfather. Well, I haven't seen his recent. He must be getting up there. The last time I saw Yasser was in like 2002, 2003. And he was older, middle-aged then, so he's getting up there. Well, Seirawan had a business with the chess magazine. That's why, I guess, he stopped playing so much. For like 15 years, he ran a chess magazine and a sort of chess business based off that. So he wasn't focusing on playing, but running a business would take some time out of your playing schedule. Alright, so this variation, it's basically anti-Reti. Well, he never gave up completely. That's the thing about players like Seirawan. There are people who quit entirely. I couldn't quit, but I've taken a year off from playing. Well, I've been inactive for certain periods. Antonio, sorry to see you go. Have a good day, man. We'll see you later this week. Jonathan Levitt is a name I only know from like mutual Facebook friends, and Maybe I don't know. I don't think I even saw him even in a live tournament, though I didn't play in the UK much. A lot of chess players into gambling or sports betting and stuff like that. So e3, here we go. Yeah, what's the best move? I'm supposed to play e6. Maybe he takes on c4. Wait a minute. Knight on bd7. Takes on c4. Queen c4. Funny, I always play this position with white. Why is something wrong with it? D takes c4. Well, I just have to play e6 and trade queens into the lame position. This is weird. Jonathan Levitt is a GM? I don't think so. But he was a decent IM. I've been known to be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he's an IM. So d takes c4. This is the problem. Here we go with the pawn grab. You never know. Like, somebody could get a title. Retroactively, almost, based on past results or something. Or he could be like 2350 now, make a GM norm and claim the title based on the fact that he reached 2500 20 years ago or something like that. I always thought he was an IM. I never heard of him being a GM. But it's possible. So what's this? I mean, I'm not as familiar with the UK players. I would have sworn up and down he was an IM. But Hodgson's on another level. He was an extremely well-known player. What's going on with this? Gives up the center. We both give up the center pawn. I've never seen anyone play like this. I've never dreamed of playing like this with white. I guess I take and play knight a6. What is going on around here? Check? Check doesn't seem right. Yeah, he's a grandmaster. Rated 2404. Wow. When did he get the GM title? 1990. True enough. Yeah, my apologies. That's weird. I was sure he was only an IM. But he's been very inactive. You're right. I was convinced he was not a GM. Weird. Usually I'm pretty well versed in remembering this stuff. Apologies. Never met him though. Alright, this is an annoying game by white. I played the line with white like for the last 15 years. I think he might play it better than me. I can't get anything with this with white, but I never would have taken the structure on with d takes c. Symmetrical structure doesn't seem good. Although I don't really play it with black. I guess I'm just not familiar with looking at it from the black side. Bishop e3. I'm supposed to have my knight on d7 somehow. I don't understand what I did wrong. What could I have done wrong? Tony Miles was the man. I got to play exhibition games against him, which was good, and he was impressive. But he was stronger than pretty much all the above, except for Sarawan. Not stronger than Hodgson maybe on paper, but somehow he seemed greater. No, he was an eccentric guy. He seemed like kind of an eccentric guy. I met him in Vegas once. We sat together with some people at the bar. But we played the exhibition games online. He did a funny thing I told about on my stream before. He played my friend Joe, and Joe came to the board in the New York Open with a huge Dunkin' Donuts coffee, one of these giant American coffees, and sat down and put the coffee like behind the board in front of his chest. And in the middle of the game, Miles like started reaching across the board. Joe was like freaking out, like, what is he doing? He's like resigning or something. And he like reached without saying a word. He like reached across the board, took my friend's coffee, and like moved it over to the side of the board. Like normally you would say like, excuse me, or I adjust or something like that. Just without even speaking, he reached across the board and moved his coffee. It was really creepy. I don't know what the rules are for coffee adjustments. But it was like typical eccentric sort of Miles thing to do. There's all crazy stories about him. But as an American, I don't have as much knowledge of these guys as someone from the UK would have. It's a very nice positional game by White here. Wow, b4. Also best move. I'm getting outplayed strategically. Completely outplayed strategically by a 1700. Not good. But that's part and parcel for the course lately. Seems to be happening a lot. Thus the stream title. It looks like knight h4 was a reprieve from a bad position. I might be able to be equal now if I'm lucky, though it could easily shift again. So, like, I'm lost after castle strategically lost here. Basically, white played a perfect game up until move 22, and then, not 22, until knight h4. Plus 1.4. I actually thought you would play c5. Surprisingly, that's not winning for white. I thought this was crushing spatially because of this threat. But I mean, I don't understand what went wrong in the opening here. You played this d3. Bishop e3 right away. This is very rare. Why is there only 7 games here? And it's like white has a bad score. I don't understand. So I have to trade queens. This is hanging on a7. So d takes c4 isn't as good as I thought. There's also the possibility of sacrificing this pawn on b2, which I talked about earlier. I don't like grabbing these kind of pawns. That's possibly even better. I don't like this pawn structure for white, but apparently you're doing all right. Queen a6 was too much, and you're better after that. Not comfortable playing this with black, though. I don't normally do that. Sumil Mitra. I have a million games with white in that type of position, but almost none with black. But I've given up on playing it with white. It's just pathetic. Every game's a draw at my level. You have like no chance to win against master level players. It's okay for you, Kakatiri, but when you get to like 2200 plus, you're going to start seeing that opening really not do much damage. I don't want to trade queens, especially early on. That's bad. I am Bahadir Ozan. Have you played with Hickle George? No, he's doing like cruises now. I heard that he's like in charge of some sort of chess cruises. No, I know. He was 2600. I never played him. I never played much in Germany. Yeah. But the guy was really solid. You know, he was 2600 when 2600 met something, like in the mid 90s. Yeah, David Norwood had the same repertoire, the English grandmaster, but he wasn't as strong as Hickle. He's like Hickle, but 100 points weaker. The last thing I heard of George Hickle was that he did chess cruises. He was like the resident chess cruise grandmaster. That sounds like a cool job. I could do that. I just have to get the GM title first. Maybe if I win the World Senior, I can become a chess cruise host. Once COVID is over, it's a good job, dude. Definitely. You were at a tournament in London, what? Where Sarwan Karpov, Ridley Short, Tim and Geller. Yeah, that's famous. I saw some photos from that. That's tough, though. I mean, you know, g3 with white is fine. G3 against d4 is fine. But g6 against e4, that's some serious stuff. You gotta be... I'd like to see how like Hickel defended with G6 back in the days before the days of the modern defense really being well analyzed. Playing G6 against E4 is not a joke. It's tough. I mean, I know certain players who will do it, but specifically against weaker players, you know. But to play the modern defense as your only defense with black against everybody, even other players who are like 2600, that's got to be pretty tough. And people are preparing for you, like they know you only play the modern defense. That's not easy. Alright, so interesting, Queen B6. I think this is a line. We try to exploit his queen being on B6, maybe, like if takes, knight back, and then go after the C4 pawn. I have 5 challenges momentarily. I try to take the subscribers to the stream on Mondays first. Yeah, I can play the modern defense, but only against weaker players. And I know certain grandmasters who will do it, like say, to play for a win against lower rated players. But there's not a lot of strong players who play just the modern. Tiger Hiller Person. Osmai Parashvili used to play the Pirts. But I mean, you know, the Pirts, Timon played the Pirts. The Pirts is a little more respected than the modern. So check out Queen A6. Wow. Pawn grabber. Knight A3, B5, B3. Let's think about Knight A3. He has Bishop A3 though. I don't really like it. Yeah, I know Movsisyan used to play in Spain. There were certain specialists. But he was a player who was like playing a lot of opens. Good at beating weaker players. Maybe not so good at playing higher rated grandmasters. This Queen A6 move. I don't know. Okay, so Queen C2. Queen C2, B5. Then like A4. Knight B4? What is going on? That's crazy, dude. I don't know. This doesn't seem right. What am I supposed to do here? Maybe Knight C3? A4? Knight A3? Man, I really don't know. This is bizarre. Yeah, it's perfectly normal to have your queen on A6. He's 1300, by the way. This is why I titled the stream like I do. Because I play people like this. 1300s. Who play like subtle, perfect opening play using no time. It's totally normal. What's a couple pawns when you've got complete development? If he was like 1900, I could accept it, but not at 1300. He's a 1300 opening specialist. Maybe I can play with you, Lucky Luck. Lucky Lucker, you're last on the list. We'll see what we get to. We still have time. I'm taking challenge for another hour, so We should be able to get to most of the challenges. Whoever like begs more to play the next game, I'll play them. The player who begs the most. We like to see a lot of begging. Just kidding, guys. Whatever. I mean, we take the challenges in the order I get them. Unless you're a subscriber. So, alright. That's perfectly safe. Me! This is like... Are you serious, dude? I guess he got tired of losing to me. Dude, what is this rating? 1300? That's not cool. Yeah, we have history with Sumo Mitra. His rating is sus. King E7 now. Wow. That's like from outer space. The move was phoned in from outer space. That was definitely Mr. Hyde phoning in that move. Not Dr. Jekyll. I don't know, you should take it up with Moonbot. He's still holding here. Oh my goodness. The new breed of 1300s. Now it's a good, appropriate King E7 there. He's still in the game. That's, however, not a good choice. Probably Bishop C7. Alright, very bizarre. Very bizarre. What do we got? Henpy Boys we already played, right? I got other subscribers to the stream. Nobody else gifted a stream sub to Troll and a Roll, did they? Troll and a Roll, you're a gift subbed. Who else is a gift sub? Anybody? Alright. Let me know if you're a gift sub and I'm ignoring your challenge, and then I'll take the other challengers. Oh, I've got the light. Sorry. Still gone. I don't understand how that light is sitting here. Hold on. It's a little better, but not a lot. The sunlight is somehow hitting the webcam just by a millimeter from the window. It's like a perfect beam. Troll. Gonna go home empty-handed. We'll never play you. The perfect beam of light perfectly on the webcam. So, Troll is the master of controlling the center. The Benoni. This is almost like a normal position. I feel like I can just castle. The Chess MDS. I take subscribers first. If you'd like to subscribe to the stream, we'll take your challenge first. But otherwise, I take the people who have subscribed. I don't play bullet or rated challenges or people that I've already played. So Abject Pawn would be next, then Chess MDS, Suresh Kali, Grandmaster Ani, David. In that type of order. Troll has a history with Astrobate in the Benoni. Whoa, down, Tiger. Maybe I should have played the Czech Benoni after all. Yikes. I don't think I like this. If you close the tab or something, your challenge gets erased. It's not clear if this is to do with me using... It's possible it's another freaking reason why I have to stop using Firefox. I have to do the stream with Chrome. I apologize. It may be Lichess. The fact that Lichess hates Firefox may be related. The master of central control. He's like the master of central space advantage. Troll on the roll. He forces me to play chess 960, then busts his. The light is back. I just give up. We actually didn't get the Ponda cam fixed. Wait. Man, no Ponda cam? I'm like in a haze of light here. Even the Ponda cam is getting blasted by sunlight. Lightsaber. Trollsy, rollsy. Knight b3, my favorite square, dude. Knights are always good on b3. I'm going to close this up. Try to play for a draw. He's 1555. It's pretty normal. He's trolling Lee Chess itself with joke ratings. Gotta go. Bye. Guys, tomorrow night I'm going to host a rapid tournament. Anyone who's interested, 6:30 Central European time, summertime. Tomorrow night here on the stream. Patiently awaiting developments. Tomorrow. The other today. Did I ever tell you how much I hate the Czech Benoni? This is ugly. This makes me not want to play chess anymore. It's like worse than the London system. Every time it's like I feel like I'm in pain, you know, playing this chess 960. It hurts. It's not fun. It's the opposite of fun. It makes me not want to play chess at all. Dude, you're just too strong. I'm reporting him for rating manipulation. $15.55. Yeah, absolutely. Very 15.55 strength. That's gone. It's like playing a very solid master strength positional player rated 15.55, except he's not that good at tactics usually. But there's no tactics here, so he's golden. Tournament tomorrow night, 6:30 CEST. Guys, feel free to donate, support the stream. We need our first sub of the week. Subs always make me think of sandwiches, which makes me hungry. Dude is just relentless. Oh, jeez. It's just gonna get worse. It's like the coronavirus. It's gonna get worse before it gets better. Now he's like fast. It's, dude, seriously? Do I do one-on-one private lessons? I do. But I'm pretty much booked right now. I guess some people try to teach like endless amounts of people to make tons of money, but I have a limit. I'm at the limit of my capacity right now. I'm gonna like burn out, and if you're interested, you can contact me, but I'll probably say that I can't right now. We're at max capacity. It seems like everybody is interested in lessons because of COVID. A lot of people aren't, you know, aren't going anywhere. Perfect time to do something like take chess lessons. So I've had tons of interest. But people can always send me a message. If I can't help you now, maybe in the future can happen. Troll on a roll. Troll on a roll is an interesting specimen. But it's hard to tell if he's a real troll or not. His ratings, 1555, 1666, 1777. Troll, you just can't get up to 1888 or what? What happened with the 1888 rating? You just couldn't do it? It was beyond your capacity? Was that too much for the troll? 1999? 2222? Now you're really... No, wait, 1888, 1999. Now what would we do? Does that roll over to like 2222? How does it work? What's the next in the continuum? Perfect coordination of pieces. Do you have like a piece coordination bot you use? Look at White's position. It's like ridiculous. Are you serious? There's no way that's natural. Dude, Petrosian would have a hard time defending against this guy. We pray for a queen trade. Unreal. He's definitely a suspect. I don't know if he's a cheater or not, but he's definitely a suspect. You think 1555, 1666, 1777, is that normal to have ratings like that? I don't think so. If I didn't know any better, I would think he was cheating. Yeah, definitely. I've played 197 games against him, and I'm still suspicious, frankly. If he does cheat, he's definitely not doing it every game. Because we have a lot of human mistakes from Troll. No, I mean, I think it's just like he's got this really weird sort of style with talent, but also character flaws. I'm almost getting mated. Did I pick the wrong move there? He resigned. No, I mean, if you didn't think, you didn't know he was real, you would be suspicious. His play, I mean, he was like winning, man. It looks like here he's winning. He plays extremely strong in some respects, and then misses like simple tactics. This is more than a simple tactic. This is like a positional exchange sacrifice. White has a massive advantage after that. But we both made like incredible amounts of blunders. And that's why I don't play chess 960. I mean, it's like, this is not chess to me. This was a bizarre, painful game, and I don't even know what's going on. That was not a normal game, you know. To me, I didn't enjoy that. Chess MDS. I don't play chess 960. So now we've got Sparklehorse 2004. Not enough games. Abject Pawn. I don't want to play chess 960. It's like, okay, if I played all day and I practiced it, but it's weird, and I don't know why I keep accepting his challenges. C3 Sicilian is, oh God, not again. All right, let's try something different. I thought I would like it, but I don't. You know, it's funny. When I started playing chess 960, it's amusing the first couple of times, but then you realize like you hate it. I don't play other variants either. So, I mean, I could play other variants probably, but weird game, man. Definitely not a good game. I get such a disadvantage against him out of the opening every single time. I'm basically lost in the first 10 moves. White's crushing space advantage was so big I was just lost. What the heck? So this is wrong. Right? It's like equal. You're supposed to play bishop d3 on move 4. Solancy variation. Oh, what time is it? Alright, we gotta leave at 1:15. I almost forgot. I don't have my phone here, which I usually use as an alarm. So we have 30 minutes plus. Yeah, I looked at this the other day. There's some kind of trap if you take here. Am I just taking queen and knight f2 check? Alright, so knight f3. So black is like equal. There's queen b6 now. Probably a bad move, huh? So I just equalized. But it's something special. Princess Chess, happy Monday morning. Thank you for the donation yesterday for the simul. Very generous. I don't understand your math, Princess Chess. You pledged $1 for every win, but I only had 7 wins. And then you donated more. That doesn't add up. I did not deserve. I deserved merely a $7 donation for the simul of nightmares. This is my first time playing this ever. Bishop f5. Like, where am I supposed to put my knight now? Bishop f5, knight h4. Or just bishop d3, actually. Maybe I have something there. Let's try bishop f5. Do you think it's achievable to get to 2200 by the end of the year? I think I can do it. Kakatiri. Honestly, if I keep playing the way I did yesterday, it depends what we're talking about. Getting down to 2200 from Blitz or Rapid. Or maybe my FIDE rating. I'm just not going to be able to play enough FIDE rated games to get down to 2200 by the end of the year. It looks like. It depends on if I get the depends if I get the vaccine fast enough. That's really critical. Yeah, I was hoping to dump all my rating points and win major prize money where I belong in the under 2200 section. Oh no. What? Fell for my clever tactic? Free pieces. But now what? We're just clearly better, but that's a frustrating moment in games when you're clearly better, but there's no crushing move. But seriously, Kakatiri, you're talking about online rating? To get your online ratings up to 2200 by the end of the year? Perhaps if you play a lot, I would be, if you reach 2000 now, I guess it's possible. I was hoping to get my own rating. My US rating is like down to 2402 or something like that. So all I need to do is lose a couple more points. If I were to get back to the USA, I can right, there's got to be a trick here. Well, Queen G6. Troll make 100, 1500 accounts and lose every game to you for $50. That's a nice offer, Troll. You're a generous guy. Alright, Abject Pawn. When I get this massive advantage here, right? Am I missing a forced win? No, this is right. Okay, Bishop takes e4 was... Bishop d3 was an unfortunate mistake, but a tempting move. He has knight h4, and I can play e6, and that's his best, and he's okay there. Probably better. Okay, next game, Chess MDS. Guys, I have time for like 2 more. Safely. Troll, can you help me be 3,000 on League Chess? I'll donate $20,000 if I reach 4,000 in puzzles. Idiotic. Promotion. Hate when people do stuff like that. No, seriously. Help me get to 3,000, Troll. I want to be 3,333. I really should play something more dynamic against the Pirates. I used to play the Pirates, but not on a high level. This is my first defense. It was a weird choice. Starting with the Pirates. Okay, I've never seen e5 here. So takes, queen d8, knight takes e5. This should be better for white. Knight e5. It's not the King's Indian. This is the Pirates. Shouldn't this be slightly better for me? Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not good enough. Let's see. Think first, move later. According to your countrymen. I don't know about that theory anyway, but bishop g5, rook e8. I feel like a loser for playing this. Man, I've never seen anybody play e5. I just assume it has to be refuted. It has to be refuted by this capture. I mean, but process elimination. If e5 doesn't exist in theory, e5 must lose to this. The only other possibility is bishop g5. That bishop g5, rook e8, bishop f6, knight d5, bishop d8, and he's already okay. So by process of elimination, this has to be better for white. Otherwise, like, e5 would exist theoretically, but I don't see what I'm supposed to do. Rook e1. Little voice inside my head. But I have just the tiniest advantage. There has to be something wrong with e5. I mean, that's like a major theoretical position where this move doesn't exist. And there is no other option. If I hesitate here, you play knight on bd7. I must take the pawn. Now bishop g5. That's a new imposter sparkle horse. Beware. Okay, it's not my name. That's just my Lichess account. He has just as much a right to use that name as I do. Alright, rook e8. Knight f6 check. Bishop f6, bishop f6. Yes. And that's why I played rook e1. Defending this. Bishop on e2. So black will have to be careful on the dark squares. Pawn grabbers. He might be a pawn grabber. Bishop c2. Bishop c2. Bishop c2. He missed it. Darn it. I don't think the pawn matters a lot here. There are more important things than material. Guys, I have time for one more game after this. I'm not taking 3-0 challenges, so tu kame mucho. So, yeah. Now I'm disappointed with not d6. Troll, what are you talking about? I've got to look this up after the game to see if anyone's ever done this. I've been playing chess for 30 plus years. I've never seen anyone play e5 in the classical period, so move 6. I mean, I'm sure there's some game from the Sri Lankan Championship in 1989, but it's pretty surprising when you got a move 6 mainline position that you've never seen before. Yeah. The pawn. Enjoy your pawn, Mr. Pawn Grabber. Grabber of pawns. Now we've got to try to break through maybe on the H file. That's an idea. H4, H5. Improve the king. Schieberspieler's here. Are you spieling today? Yeah, he's got the C2 pawn, enabling his queenside majority to march down the board. It's on its way. There are no problems whatsoever. No stream today. Thanks for stopping by yesterday. We had not a great result, but a good hype train. Schieberspieler was there for the start of the hype train with Tommy and Asterbait, and thank you guys for hyping. Bishop d3, what's the plan? Just improve your pieces, man. I don't know what he's doing. That's a bad sign, though, when you don't know. You don't know what your opponent's doing. Putting his bishop on a6. That's logical. I get it now. We understand. Yeah, maybe I'm screwing this up. I mean, it should never be worse, but is he getting out of it slightly? Like that, see? Threatening knight d4. No. You go back. You go back where you were. Back in your box. Back to the gulag for that rook on d8. I never should have taken my eye off him. That's right. You just chill out there. I'm not doing anything, don't worry. Uh-oh. Yeah. I saw it a little late, but I saw it. So, yeah, this is hard. He has to try knight b4. You gotta try knight b4. This is actually... No, you gotta square. Unpleasant position for black, though. Played a perfect game. Almost perfect. Alright, last game for today. Maybe last game. We've got 15 minutes left. Oh no, Schieberspieler. Schieberspieler subscriber stream. I'm fully warmed up. E4. Alright. Why don't I play D6? What do you do? Bishop E5 check. Magnus Carlsen. Bishop E5, player of the Ras Lima. Schieberspieler VIP. Guys, check out his stream. Raleigh. One of my friends' dads when I was a kid was named Roland. It's not a common name in the US, but he was actually from Canada. Yeah, you're not going to trick me like last time. Roland Schmaltz. I lost to Turov in this, I think. Oh, H3, Bishop H5. Here we go. The different line. Turov just played like D3. Quiet system. That is not a quiet move. Whoa. Dude, what? What is this? Is that a move? You can't be serious. So bishop takes e4, g5. I don't even know what this is. Whoa. Some new analysis? Secret variation? I guess I have to take. Now, wait. Bishop takes e4. Rook e4. Knight e4, d5 is some kind of trap. So I guess I have to play d5. But this is probably okay. As long as I don't fall for one of the traps. What about this? Do I play knight d7 or knight e4? g4 is very weakening. But my knight gets trapped there? Not clear. Knight d7, passive. Okay, I am out of book. Officially never seen this position. It is possible to play knight d7, but he can play e6. That might be okay for black, I'm not sure. But g4, I didn't see before. I don't know. So primitive, like a caveman. Not the normal Schieberspieler style, really. He's usually more correct. He's drinking the whiskey again. If I beat him in like a couple minutes, we'll have time for one more game. It depends on how fast I can beat him. But I guess I could play h5 in certain positions. And if White were to play a really slow move, I was thinking about it. Aggresso. Very aggresso. I'm not gonna buy it. It looks like some kind of Caro Khan. Probably I should have taken it, but reacted rather than calculated. He's better now. I've been tricked with some sort of home preparation, it looks like. It looks like white should be overextending with g4, but all of a sudden black is just worse. I have never seen that move in my life. Well, certainly not with d4. Maybe I'm wrong though. You know, maybe this is normal. Queen e6 must have been a fatal mistake. I have to just take it. He would never make a mistake, right? Do you expect me to play the other way there? HG. Queen d4, knight d4, rook e4, knight f3 check, king g2. We're having fun. Rook takes. Stronger than a FIDE master. He wins almost every game against me. I'm not going to let you play on the stream anymore. Pretty soon. If you don't let me win sometimes. It's bad for business. This is just ridiculous. The whole position is like a forced win for white. We're going to have to go soon. You get another pawn? Well, that's not fair. Flawless execution. As always. Alright, so let's check it out. Analysis board. We gotta go, guys. Let's see. 2 inaccuracies, 1 mistake, 1 blunder. 26 CPL for white. The entire game virtually perfect. So bishop g4, yeah, it's like g4 is some kind of new move. Not new, actually. I must have looked at this before and then forgotten what I was doing. So this move, e5. Oh yeah, I know this. Okay, so knight e4, e6. Just bad for black. So this basically refutes the variation. I mean, there's no way to save black's entire variation then. The whole thing is refuted. I have to play bishop takes f3. Otherwise, the entire variation is just gone. Bishop g4, h3. Then bishop h5 isn't playable. Well, it was hardly invented by Chess Explained, but he made you aware of it. Bishop takes f3. Yeah, I didn't think it was that bad. That's what we'll have to do. I've played this position many times. Alright guys, we'll see you later. I've got to play a rapid tournament tomorrow night. I'm organizing rapid tournament tomorrow night. 6:30 CEST. I got to run for now. Thanks everybody for playing. Thanks Cheaper Spieler for the reminder about how bad this is. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't think it was totally hopeless, but it looks bad. There is E5. This is also supposed to be bad. To me, it looks bad. Alright, we'll see you later, guys. Bye-bye. Thanks, everybody. Tomorrow night, rapid tournament. Don't forget. Later.